Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you all so much for coming and sharing some time with me. Welcome, new subscribers. We are on Friday, and I feel like I haven't talked to y'all in forever. Like, the time between Monday and Friday is so much for a video. I think I may switch that up. I may do Monday and Thursday, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But be on the lookout for that, right? I'm always changing, but I'm going to commit. I'm not going to be a Pisces and stay in my head. I'm not going to be a Gemini moon and my emotions and let it quit flip-flopping. I'm going to be my Sagittarius energy and get organized. That's what I'm working on, right? So just be on the lookout for that, okay? So today's video, I'm going to talk about evolution, right? Because a lot of us are evolving, a lot of us are growing, a lot of us are changing, right? A lot of us realize that if we are not the food, if we're not consuming, right, we are being consumed. We learned that if we're not growing, then we are dead. We are stagnant, right? We realize that the only constant thing in this universe is change. And because we are a part of this universe, then we should always be changing as well, right? But there is still some people that want to hold on to the old you, right? They don't get that you're changing. They don't understand the need to evolve. They don't realize that right now is a time where you have to move with the current or you're going to get swept up, right? And they try to hold you where it is that they remember you to be. See, that almost happened to me yesterday. I almost let a person steal my happiness and my joy on my Thursday, on my Thor's day, on my Jupiter day, on my money day, on my Archangel Michael day. They almost got you, girl. Almost, right? And I saw it starting to spill over, and my husband was like, wait, don't put that on me because I didn't do it. And I was like, you know what? That's me. That's my fault. Let me course correct. Let me go it out, right? Meditate it out after I told them about themselves, because sometimes you have to visit the old you to remind people that just because I've grown, that doesn't mean that I can't still relate, right? So I can come down to you for about 2 minutes, put you in your place, and then I'm gonna go right back to where it is that I'm supposed to be, right? Of course, in a loving way, because we wouldn't want to drop our energy too much. But I had to remind them, like, listen, I've grown. And the foolishness that you're trying to tie me on, one, it's not even accurate, right? Like yesterday, I learned so much. I learned that people are threatened when you grow because it's now foreign to them. Your new energy, your growth energy, the person that you have become is foreign to them, and people are afraid of the unknown. So now they're not familiar with you. Now you're not the same person that used to do XYZ, and they want to bring you back to that, right? To make themselves feel comfortable. Two, people, I understand everyone has their own perspective, but people really be twisting stuff to fit their own narrative. Like, how is it that you and I were both there at the same time experiencing the same thing, and your recollection of the facts is completely different than mine? I know we're not going to have the same similar experiences, but how is it that you so far off the base? I don't get it. Like, y'all really out here trying it for free, and that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that in 2021, okay? And I also learned that sometimes people will go to any length to have company, right? Misery loves company, but they will go to many, many lengths to try to draw in on that, and you cannot allow that, right? So if you are a person who is going through an awakening, a remembering, a change, a tingling, whatever you want to call it, right? And you have people in your life that don't quite get it, and they're calling you a hypocrite, or they're calling you crazy because now your ideals have changed so much, let them know that we are free beings, okay? We do not live in a box. So we can change, we can grow. We're not trees, we're not rooted and firmly planted into the ground. We can pick up and we can move and we can grow. And that is what we're supposed to do all the time anyway. And if you're not doing that, do not try to bring me down to your level to try to make yourself feel comfortable. That's not what we're doing. We're not doing that anymore, okay? We don't have time for that anymore. Continue to grow, and if they call you the hypocrite, so may it be. right? They call you crazy, so may it be. It always be the crazy ones that have the most fun anyway, right? It's not that you're a hypocrite, it's that your ideals have changed, right? You're probably more of a hypocrite back then when you were the old you, right? Whether it's you 19 years ago, 9 years ago, 9 months ago, 9 minutes ago. You're always learning and divulging and dissecting and ingesting information that is allowing your mind to grow. So it's okay if your ideals change. I do not think the same about marriage now as I did 10 years ago in my first marriage. I don't feel the same way about marriage today that I felt yesterday, right? Things change and things evolve, and if you can't get with it, then you're going to get lost. And that's okay too. That's okay too. Being an evolved person, living your spiritual lifestyle does not mean that everything is love and light and everything is hunky-dory all the time and you can't put them in their place, okay? That's not what that means. It means that you have the balance within you to love a person for where it is that they are and respect them for where it is that they are. Let them lie in their misery because that's their choice, and you continue to grow in your love. You're continuing to grow and evolve every day and finding new ways on how you're connected with this beautiful realm, with this beautiful place that we're on. There's so many things out here to learn from and so much more things, better things that we can pay attention to, that you can actually pay currency, have an energy exchange with, than some miserable person who's stuck in 1999. Like, I'm not doing that, right? I've completed that cycle. I'm done with it, okay? Thank you for reminding me about why it is that I don't want to be there. Let me remind you about how effed up you got me, and let you know not to try me like that anymore. And now we're going to continue to grow, right? Now I'm going to continue to come back over here and be in this beautiful space that I've created, because I'm not being a hypocrite now that I'm being authentic. I was more of a hypocrite back then when I was lying to myself to try to please you. I'm not going to do that anymore. We're not in that age anymore. We're not in the age of Pisces, the age of belief, of just having things told to you for you to believe in them. We don't need a savior. We're not in the Jesus complex anymore. I don't need a warrior. I don't need someone to die for my non-existent sins. I don't need that. We're in an age of information, of knowing, of consuming the knowledge so that we can grow to be our bigger and better selves in whatever capacity that may be. Whether I am growing in the light or growing in the shadows, whatever it is that you choose to do, that's fine. As long as you respect me, then we can respect each other. But if we don't constantly work on that as intellectual evolving beings, then when someone comes around again to suck the energy out of us and siphon the light from us, we can let our guards down, go to that place with them, and then stay there again. It's a constant, ever rotating evolution of growth that we have to go through. We have to constantly be working on it. And yes, it's okay sometimes to feel a little slack and to indulge in a little things, and to feed your vices, right? Because our shadow is integrated. So sometimes we got to feed our shadow self too, but we cannot stay there. We cannot live there. And we don't want to regress. We don't want to go backwards. We don't want to repeat. So when someone comes to you and they're like, oh, you're a hypocrite, and they try to make you feel bad for being a great person, for being the amazing being that you are, and allowing yourself to live authentically, recognize them for that. Recognize them for the vampire. Recognize them for the siphoning energy that they've been using on you for how long, however long you've allowed it. Recognize it and control it. You are in control. Tomorrow is the memorial of Jesus' death, celebrated by the Jehovah's Witnesses. My mama has never called me so much to ask me if I'm coming, and today I decided to tell her, listen, I'm good. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to go to the memorial. And she's like, what Jesus do you? Nothing. Jesus did nothing for me. That's the issue, right? I don't want to go there. I don't want to watch a memorial. But if I'm not out being reckless tomorrow night, I may just watch it and then do a video on Sunday about my feelings about it, right? Because sometimes there's some good information in there, right? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I had to let her know, listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm not afraid to tell you no. That's not the lifestyle that I'm living. You know that's not the lifestyle I'm living, but yet here you go trying to pull on my heartstrings, and we can't do that. I cannot do that. I cannot be unauthentically me anymore. I am embodying my goddess energy. I'm embodying my God energy, and I'm allowing myself to be that beautiful balance of the two. And I'm not going to allow anyone to make me feel bad. I'm not going to allow you to call me a hypocrite. I'm not going to allow you to call me a liar. I'm not going to allow you to try to distort the things that I've experienced and I've learned from to try to fit your ideals and your narrative to make yourself feel better. Please go somewhere else with that. Take your misery and your confusion somewhere else. Return to sender, because it's not welcome over here. I'm not open to that. I'm not leaving myself open to that. When you begin to practice that, it is such a beautiful thing. It is such a beautiful thing. So stand in your strength, wealthy family. Seriously. And be who it is that you want to be. Be your happy self. And you'll see how beautiful life becomes. All right, that is all that I have for you all today. Look out for my next video, and I'll announce if I'm changing the video schedule coming up soon, okay? All right, I love you all. Peace, light, love, and blessings to you. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.